The Bee Gees are staying alive. A Bee Gees tribute band brings disco fever to Denver, and we got the preview. Plus, when life feels overwhelming, it's not always the big stuff. It could be the little stresses adding up. Rebecca Silence is here with simple ways to help. Confused about taking care of your plants during drought restrictions? Oh, same. The experts from Denver Botanic Gardens are here to clear things up. Colorado & Company starts right now.
Portions of Colorado & Company contain paid content.
Good friends, gonna get you through the day. Good friends.
Good morning, everyone, and happy Monday. One word you're going to hear a lot as we creep towards summer: drought. Don't worry, you can still get your plants. It may just take a little more care. Luckily, we have Aaron and Denver from Denver Botanic Gardens. Oh, excuse me, Aaron and Jennifer from Denver Botanic Gardens. Your name's Denver now. Are here to help. Okay, Jenny, we're going to start with you. Let's jump right in.
Okay.
What are some tips for watering during a drought?
So number one, you want to help your water make the most of the water. You want to help your soil make the most of the water you give it.
Okay.
So think about your soil. Does water percolate into it? Does it kind of sit on top and pool? Does it run off? If you dig in it, is it gummy or is it kind of tough? If it's like that, then you probably have clay soil that you need to amend. And what we recommend, because clay soil it's very absorbent, but it lacks pore spaces for water and oxygen to get through. So what you want to do is add about 3 inches of gravel to your soil. Generally we say mix it into a 6-inch depth.
Okay.
If you have a soil that's rich, a garden that's richer, that you have like phlox and peonies, you can add compost and pebbles together.
Okay, that's smart. Okay, let's talk about trees and perennials.
Okay.
So if we have water restrictions, how do we take care of those?
Well, one of the great things to do is to obviously drip is what we're recommending to people, but soaker hoses are a really good way to water.
Okay.
So I recommend running a soaker hose. You can run it through your garden. You can meander it about 18 to 24 inches apart, or you can spiral it around your trees. Now, if you have a mature tree, you're going to want to stay at the outer start at the drip line and go outward.
Okay, that makes perfect sense. So let me ask you this. I know this is a hard hitter, but what are some of your favorite high impact but low water plants?
I think low water plants get a bad rap because I think people don't think of them as being quite as exciting and colorful.
Right.
But there are so many wonderful plants. I want to say that low water doesn't have to mean low voltage.
Okay.
So like right now, there's an exuberant group of plants blooming. We have Thermopsis golden candles, which is like, it's almost like a lupin on steroids.
Okay.
And then you have the swords of the variegated Iris pallida coming up. You have the chartreuse clumps of Cecillaria autumnalis, the autumn moorgrass. And then in May, late May, you come into the bearded irises. Ooh. And they're pooling around the Rocky Mountain penstemons and the baptisias, both of them have these wonderful blue spires. And then around that same time, you have these wonderful yuccas sending up their tall stalks, and the arameris, which is the desert candles, sending up these giant flower spikes that rise above us.
Right, so there's no shortage of beautiful plants because they're low water impact.
That's right.
Okay, I love that. So Aaron, I know a lot of our viewers are feeling inspired after seeing this. So if they want some of those low water plants, how can you guys help?
Spring plant sale. It's our annual tradition. It always happens Mother's Day weekend. So this year it's May 8th and 9th are the public hours. And then the evening of May 7th is our preview party that includes first access to the plant inventory, drinks and nibbles. And the event is free, but you have to reserve your reservations ahead of time because like right now, the morning slots for Friday are already sold out.
Already booked and sold out. Okay, so what are the biggest perks of shopping at the gardens?
So at the plant sale, you'll find so many varieties of plants that you often won't find at big box stores or even some independent nurseries. and including a lot of low water native plants that Jenny just talked about. And then you also have the expert advice of our horticulturist.
Which is huge.
Yeah, you can tell them like what your yard is like the soil, the sun, all those things, and they will help you find the best plant for your yard.
Oh, that is so great. I'm so excited to come to this event. But let's talk a little more. What else is happening at the gardens this summer?
We have our art exhibit this year is Jaume Plenza. He's a Spanish artist, and it takes over all of our indoor galleries, all 3 of those indoor galleries, plus 3 spaces outside. So it's an indoor-outdoor show, so you can see the art positioned among the beautiful flowers and then also in the indoor galleries, which is great, especially when it gets really hot. And then we have lots of other exciting programs, including our summer concerts and evenings al fresco.
And I know you're coming back to talk more about that in the future. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. If you want to attend the spring plant sale at the Denver Botanic Gardens, it's happening May 8th and 9th. All you have to do is go to botanicgardens.org to learn more. Coming up, Gabe Saglie is taking us to Chile, where the views are stunning and the wine is flowing. I'm not jealous at all. But for now, let's stick a bit closer to home and touch on a sticky financial question a lot of us have. Is now the right time to do something about our mortgage? Earlier, Tori spoke with the home loan arranger, Jason Rudy, about options that can help you build wealth.
Let's start simple. What is a DSCR loan? I thought it was a DSCR. That's not right.
It's not correct. No, debt service coverage ratio.
Oh,
So what that means is exactly what you said. You can purchase or refinance an investment property based on the rental income versus your regular income.
That's
And let me repeat that. So there's a lot of individuals out there that want to purchase investment properties,
Sure.
but they may not qualify based on their taxable income.
Totally get it.
So you can purchase it, if you're cash heavy, you want to purchase an investment property today, you can qualify based on the rents received for that property.
Unbelievable.
It's amazing.
It's the DSCR loan, guys.
The
Everybody
DSCR.
Look up the DSCR loan. Now, be honest, who should really be looking at this loan?
Do I have to be honest?
Yeah.
Do I
No,
have-
lie to everybody.
Gosh darn it. You know I don't like to do that.
Yeah, he's a con man. Oh, no.
Yeah, no. Listen, anybody out there that wants to buy an investment property, or
Yeah.
maybe you want to refinance an investment property, pull some cash out and consolidate debt. Maybe you want to expand your investment property portfolio,
I want to expand my portfolio.
but you don't qualify based on
Right.
your taxable income. This is an excellent product. It's easy, it's fast. We can close as fast as 9 business days,
Dang.
and we carry some of the lowest interest rates in the nation.
See, this is what you learn with the home loan
That's
rate. That's
exactly
what you
right.
learn. Okay. Can you use this to purchase a new investment, like a brand new investment property?
Yes, so if there's viewers out there this morning that they're cash heavy, but they just don't qualify based on their taxable income,
They can do
this is an excellent product for those individuals to purchase an investment property or maybe purchase more investment property.
Maybe my star chart person was right.
I think they were.
Okay, I think
yeah.
so too. All right, can homeowners or investors use this? You just said to refinance,
Yeah.
absolutely okay.
Absolutely. Tori, so there's a lot of real estate investors out there that they're sitting on a lot of equity.
Yeah, sure.
They're pulling cash out of their existing rental properties to purchase more investment properties.
Right.
So they're leveraging the equity to purchase more investment properties. So if you're one of those investors out there that want to purchase more investment properties, you want to utilize the existing equity you have, this is an excellent
great.
product and source for that.
See, and I would never have known this. Why are we seeing so much interest in these loans right now? Because everyone wants real estate, real estate, real estate.
Well, it's the #1 investment tool, right?
Really?
I mean, it's a fast and easy product
Yeah.
for individuals to purchase and close on an investment property. And again, a lot of individuals just don't qualify based on their taxable
Right.
income.
Even though they want to participate,
That's
they
right.
can't.
That's right. So let's say you have a 401k. Maybe
Yeah.
you can borrow against your 401k, put a down payment on an investment property, and you can qualify based on the rental income. It's a powerful product. I suggest people reach out. If they have any questions, call me today.
Fantastic.
The
That's
call's free.
amazing. I want to say I have houses. I don't even have a house. This is very exciting. Now, if someone's watching right now, they want to learn more, they're a little intimidated. Let's be honest. Financial literacy is not for everybody. Like, right? I know the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell, but I don't know what a DSCR loan is.
That's right.
So what should they do? Should they call you? Should they go online? What is best?
Tori, what's best is they call leave a message with my office.
Got it.
I will call them back. We'll have a discussion.
Just a
The
chill-
call's free.
Yeah.
We'll talk about numbers. We'll see if it's going to fit, if it's a good fit for them, and we'll take the next step from there.
Amazing. He's not pushy, y'all. He's so kind.
Easy like Sunday morning.
Easy like a Sunday morning.
right.
Stop singing. They said that right now. Okay, thank you so much for being here. We
Thanks for
really
having me,
appreciate
Tori.
the Home Loan Arranger for all your mortgage needs, purchase loans, debt consolidation, refinances, and HELOCs. The Home Loan Arranger is your local 5-star mortgage lender. Call now at 303-862-4742 or go to thehomeloanarranger.com to learn more. They sponsored today's segment.
Little things stressing you out? Rebecca Silence is back to show us how to manage them before it turns into something bigger. That's next. It's something we've all experienced, and it is not fun. I'm talking about stress. Now, when you hit the point of overwhelming stress, it's obvious in your body, but smaller stresses might be hurting you in ways you don't even recognize. Good thing we have emotional love and healing coach Rebecca Silence here to help. I'm so happy you're back, and I'm happy I get to talk to you this time. So let's start with the basics. How does stress show up in our everyday lives?
Well, when stress is happening, it's because life isn't going our way.
Right.
And something feels like it's out of our control. And we are going to need to be a version of ourselves we haven't met yet. But how it's showing up, it starts with just little things like irritability or frustration or exhaustion. But it's mostly your nervous system saying, I don't know if you can handle this.
Right. Okay. So how can we recognize when we're being triggered? Is it always a big
Yeah.
emotion or can it feel small?
Well, it can definitely feel small. And then if we don't get ahead of it, when it's that little whisper, it escalates. But when it's small, it's like your stomach is sinking or you're in this adrenaline rush, like you just got plugged into the wall. That's the first sign, because your nervous system, again, is saying, I don't like this. I need something to be different.
Right.
And I don't know if I'm going to be able to figure this out.
Yeah, you're in overload
Yes.
almost. Okay,
Yes.
so when we start feeling that, the stress is building, what are some things we can do to kind of stop that right in the moment?
Well, what I want to say,
Yeah.
after over 25 years of clinical experiences, stop needing to stop it
Right.
so fast, okay?
Okay.
Nobody else is going to tell you that, but we don't want to stop the stress. We want to meet it,
Okay.
face it, move through it, and conquer it. So I want everybody watching to literally close your eyes if you can and identify what's the number one thing right now stressing you out. It isn't the little things you think are the problem.
be, yeah.
It's the little things letting you know there's some part of your life right now that is not working for you and you're afraid to face it. So we have to be brave enough to face it. I came here today from the cancer hospital, right? Most of you know I have beat cancer with a 5% chance. I was just, naked with my 90-year-old
Right.
oncologist
Right.
and my husband in the room, and then I come here. I don't need it to not be stressful. I just need to know it's not bigger or more powerful than me, and I
Right.
got to powerfully choose, I got this.
Right. Oh, I love that. So almost sitting in it and, like you
Yes.
said, meeting it
Face,
halfway.
move through, conquer. But you have to identify it to face it.
Okay, identify what it is that's triggering you in that
What
moment.
is stressing you out? The health diagnosis, the money, the disconnection in your marriage. Your kid doesn't want to talk to you. You have a team member that you know you either need to put on a performance plan or let go. Just call it what it is.
Right.
Don't rush yourself through it.
Okay, you got to sit in it a little bit to be able to get through it. Okay,
Yes.
I love that, Rebecca. Okay, so off camera, you were talking a little bit about power and choice. Can
Yeah.
you tell our viewers about that?
Yeah, so when I was going through cancer, what I knew is as long as I still have breath, I have life, and there ain't nothing more powerful than my life force or yours, right? So we all have breath, we all have power, and nothing outside of us is more powerful than we are. Period, end of story, and there's no scenario where you don't have a choice. So every choice, it's literally a yes or a no that you're saying to yourself. So in a situation where you don't feel like you have power or choice, I just want you to very calmly figure out your next step. just one. Don't try to go from A to Z. Don't try to go all the way from I have hard information to how am I going to handle it? What's the next way you're going to take care of yourself?
Even if it's just a small step, maybe
Yes.
calling your doctor, or
Yes.
don't freak out.
Or
and think,
taking
okay.
5 minutes to just sit and breathe in your power and breathe out your power.
Right.
Maybe you're calling a best friend. Maybe you're going for a walk. Maybe you're reading a book. Maybe you're putting your phone on Do Not Disturb for the rest of the day, and that's the next step. Just one right for you next step at a time. You are now in charge.
How do you get in that mindset of breathing in that power like you're talking about?
Well, it isn't mindset work. It's emotional healing
Okay.
work, right? So we can't heal our way through stress, understanding it or managing it or trying to control it in our head. We've got to feel our way through the fear, right? Some of you, when you're stressed, you're mean, but you're really scared because you didn't breathe in the fear or connect to the emotion. So there's anger, fear, grief, or joy under the emotion. Some of you are afraid to be happy.
Right.
And that stresses you out.
Okay.
That's a whole other
It could be any emotion.
conversation, right? But some of us don't want to trust the good. So life just got great, and now I'm stressed because the other shoe's gonna drop, and I don't know if I deserve this. So it's emotional work, Kelly. Anger, fear, grief, joy, excitement, those are the only 5 emotions I teach with the practice of emotional healing. And when you know how to have a healthy relationship with all 5, you're free.
You're set.
And I define healing as freedom.
Oh, you are incredible. Okay,
Thank
what's
you.
one piece of advice that you can give our viewers today that they
Yes.
can use right now?
I'm so excited about this. All you have to do is get to neutral. You don't have to like what's happening, and you don't have to get to a place where you're joyful and toxic positivity princess. I just want you neutral. Like, I'm back to a place where I have choice, and I know that. I don't feel great, but I don't feel like this is insurmountable.
Right.
Just get to neutral, and that's how you win when it comes to stress.
This is great advice. Thank you so much for being
Thank you
here
for
today,
having
as
me.
always. You can continue the conversation and connect with Rebecca by following her on social media. All you have to do is search Rebecca Silence. You can DM her. I do all the time. You can also find her online at theunsilentwoman.com to learn more about the free emotional CPR masterclass she offers. Thanks again. Gabe Saglie is giving us serious travel envy. When Colorado and Company returns, he takes us to one of this year's most popular destinations, Chile.
It's just that quintessential day trip to wine country, the quality and the bang for the buck.
Oh, sorry, I have the travel itch. That's why I had to call Gabe Saglie, who's over in Chile enjoying some delicious wine. Take a look.
Gabe, I am so happy to be talking to you. It has been too long. And today you're in a place that's very close to your heart. Chile! Tell me all about it.
Yeah, I'm so happy to be down here, Kelly. The fact of the matter is that Chile is on Travelzoo's Best Bets list for 2026. Places we think you got to visit this year. But this is where I grew up, Kelly. This is home for me. My family's down here. I live in Southern California, but any excuse to come down here and talk to you about what they call the land of poets, I will take. Chile making that Best Bets list for a couple of reasons. First, just in the last couple of months, we've seen a ramp up in the number of flights down here out of places like Houston, Atlanta, and Miami. So a little easier, a little bit more affordable now to get down here. And we love the sustainability track record. 22% of Chile is protected by national reserves and parks. So more mindful travel experiences out here that is making this a must-visit spot in 2026.
Ooh, that sounds exciting. It's definitely on my list now, but I'm a little jealous because right now you're in Chile's top wineries, and this is considered a culinary treasure, right?
Yes, listen, gastronomic travel's on the rise. We know that Chile fits the bill beautifully. I'm in a place called Viña Casas del Bosque. Check out this view. 600 acres of sustainably grown grapes. There's about 7 different grape varieties out here. I'm in an area called the Casablanca Valley. The Pacific Ocean just about 10 miles in that direction. So this is sort of a cooler wine growing region. But I'm only about an hour outside of Santiago, the capital. So if you're staying in Santiago, this is just that quintessential day trip to wine country. And the quality and the bang for the buck right rivaling anything that's coming out of California, coming out of France. Across the entire country of Chile, 800 wineries. And this is also part of the sustainability story out here, Kelly. 80% of the Chilean wine that you guys drink at home grown on sustainably farmed estates. So the wines are fresher, I say they're healthier, and when it comes to value, one of a kind.
Gabe, I'm sure there are a lot of outdoor and bucket list adventures besides the winery. Give me some of them.
Yeah, so this topography out here is one of a kind. Keep in mind that Chile, Kelly, is the longest country in the world, 2,600 miles long, but only about 100 miles wide on average. So that sort of condensed diversity means that Chile sees pretty much every climate on the planet. To the east, you've got the Andes Mountains that separate Chile from Argentina. Some of the best skiing in the world happens in the Chilean Andes. And because it's the southern hemisphere and the seasons are flipped, that means you're doing some of that world-class skiing in June, July, and August. And of course, to the west, you've got the Pacific Ocean. Quickly, Chile becoming known as one of the best surf spots on the planet. Some fantastic whale watching, fantastic sport fishing opportunities across the entire Pacific coast of Chile. And in the north, the Atacama Desert in the north, the driest desert in the world. So think desert adventures, and that night sky just glows with those constellations and stars. Dark sky tourism burgeoning in the Atacama Desert to the north of Chile. And you said bucket list earlier. The fact of the matter is that a lot of people think of these bucket list places like Patagonia. We all think about going to Patagonia. Well, the Chilean Patagonian region, known for its isolated islands and those temperate rainforests and those fjords. You want what I call wild silence. You want to isolate yourself, immerse in nature. Tough to beat Chile's Patagonia region. And then a lot of us have heard of Easter Island, which is about a 5.5 hours flight out of Santiago, straight to the west into the middle of the Pacific, known for those famous statues that the Rapa Nui people built 500, 600, 700 years ago. Beautiful destination, increasing number of flights in the last couple of years, but very regulated. You've got to go through jump through a couple of hoops to get down there. But when you do make it over to Easter Island, one of the most raw, remote, and pristine spots on planet Earth, Kelly.
Wow, that looks beautiful. Okay, here's the question we are all dying to know. When's the best time to go to Chile?
Well, you know, my family tells me never a bad time to come say hello to the fam. Certainly, you know, because the seasons are flipped, it's summer, December through March down here, so very popular in that sort of very first couple of months of the year. I like what I call the hidden seasons. Fall and spring allow you to really get better bang for the buck, and the weather's still fantastic down here. Now, when you do fly into Chile, you're flying into the capital city of Santiago, which in the last 5 to 10 years has gone through a beautiful renaissance. So we're talking just a vibrant, eclectic, bohemian city, Santiago, made up of a variety of different neighborhoods, very pedestrian friendly, wonderful cultural events, wonderful food as well. And again, the value that you get for what you do in a city like Santiago is tough to beat. So get on down here, Kelly. You'll find out more about Chile and all of the best bets destinations for the year at travelzoo.com.
Oh, thank you so much for joining us today, Gabe. I'll be coming there soon to see you.
I'll save you a glass. Salud.
Salud.
Chile is definitely on my list. Book your trip or learn more at travelzoo.com. They sponsored today's mention. If you love a martini with a twist, wait until you see this. When Colorado and Company returns, Leven serves up a bold and briny pickle-tini. Welcome back to Coco. It seems like everyone is obsessed with pickles right now, and I don't think the trend is slowing down anytime soon. Leven Deli, as usual, is leveling up the game, so that's why we brought in Rory. He's got a step-by-step with how to make their famous pickle-tini. Okay, Rory, before we mix up this cocktail, what the heck is a pickle-tini?
So martinis are classic cocktails, and they're also actually very, very easy and simple to execute.
Really?
Because it is traditionally just a 2-ingredient drink.
Okay.
Right? So old school martinis, the way that I personally like them, but not everybody, will be either gin or vodka with vermouth.
Okay,
right?
with vermouth. Right.
Exactly, with vermouth.
Okay.
But in this day and age, people are preferring a drier cocktail
Right.
to a sweeter cocktail. So you'll see more and more restaurants and bars taking that vermouth out of the equation.
And maybe
right?
putting something else in.
And maybe putting something else in.
Okay.
But it's the pickle brine. The pickle brine is not taking the place of the vermouth. Instead, it's taking the place of what would typically go into a dirty martini.
Okay.
So a dirty martini has the olive brine in
Okay.
there. So instead of the olive brine, we use our pickling brine.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Yeah,
'Cause I don't like a
absolutely.
dirty martini, but
All
I
right.
like pickles. So show me how to make this bad boy.
All right, awesome. So the pickle brine obviously has a nice salt character to it. And then I'm not going to divulge the secret of our pickle brine,
Okay.
but a ton of coriander seed and
this
then
is it right
herbs
here,
and
right?
spices, exactly.
Okay.
So what we've done is for a garnish, we have pickled some cucumber ribbons. And this is what the pickle juice looks like
Okay.
during the process. So then let's get started with a vodka martini. We've got our
Yeah.
shakers here, and we're going to do 2.5 ounces of vodka. So
Okay.
big side of the
Big
jigger
side,
there is
okay.
2 ounces.
Okay. Oh, I never knew that was 2 ounces. I've been using that for 1 this whole time.
Well, you'll find
Whoopsies.
different jiggers with different measurements.
Okay, because I was going to say, no wonder I only need 1 drink when I do this.
And I'm blowing it because that is going to be, let's do 2
That's okay.
martinis.
Do it up.
Let's do 2 martinis.
Yeah, you're fine.
Indeed.
It's Monday.
So that is,
It
it's
started on the
Monday,
right foot.
exactly. Monday martinis. So now I've got enough for 2 vodka martinis in
Okay.
there, made from our good friends and local neighbors here in Denver. This is Elevate Vodka from Mile High Distillation, just in downtown Denver. They do a great job. So I've got 5 ounces now. So this is for 2 vodka martinis.
Okay.
Each martini will be 2.5 ounces of, thank you very much,
Perfect.
of the vodka.
Okay.
And then it'll be 2 ounces each cocktail of the pickle
secret
brine.
pickle brine,
Exactly.
okay.
So it's almost a 1-to-1, but the vodka has a 1/2 ounce on the pickle brine itself.
Okay,
right?
okay. Gotcha. Okay. While you're making that, I got to know, the pickletini isn't the only pickle thing on the menu at Leven right now, is it?
Absolutely not. So especially down at Leven Supply on the corner of Alameda and Logan,
best.
we have our pickle pizza, which a lot of folks are like, what are pickles doing
Right.
on a pizza?
Right.
And then they get down on the pizza and it blows their mind. So
With the
that
pickle
is-
martini,
With
right?
the pickle martini.
All right, let's shake this
exactly,
bad boy up.
Exactly,
Let's see it.
exactly.
I'm so excited to try this. Okay, we put the ice in, of course.
Indeed. So always build the cocktail first
Oh,
with the
Really?
spirits.
Oh, I've been
Indeed.
messing that up too.
And then the ice goes in. So that's just old school bartender wisdom.
That's good to know. I like that you're giving me all these. I'm an at-home bartender,
There you
but I
go.
don't really know what I'm doing. Okay, we're gonna shake it up now.
So make sure that's on there good and tight.
Okay.
And you want to do about 20 seconds or until the shaker starts feeling properly cold, right?
Oh, okay. Didn't know that either. Okay, while you're shaking, why do you think pickles are having such a moment right now?
Oh, it's a good question. So obviously, people have been pickling vegetables
Of course.
forever and
Moss,
ever.
our director, does it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So it's a great preservation approach and strategy. So you pickle some veggies. They're good in your cellar back in the day for
Yeah.
quite a while. Alternatively, we can also talk about things like your microbiome,
Oh, okay, that makes
right?
sense.
And also like the pH of everything we're eating these days
Yep.
is super acidic, right?
Right.
So the vinegar in the pickle brine is a fantastic pH kind of moderator.
You're gonna
there.
have to try it with me now.
Absolutely. Cheers. Happy
Lori.
Monday.
Happy Monday. Oh my goodness, that is delicious. Pucker up and try the pickle pickletini, excuse me, at Leven Deli. You can also find it at Leven Supply. And if you're not a fan of pickles, they have plenty of non-pickle items too, of course. See the full menu at eatleven.com, and remember, please drink responsibly. When Colorado and Company returns, we're keeping the fun vibes going with the start of Mile High Asian Food Week.
That is what we are.
But first, is it hot in here or am I just feeling a bit of night fever? I'm back after the break with the man who plays and sings like Robin Gibb. We can all relive the glory days of disco with the falsetto sounds and smooth moves of Bee Gees. Staying Alive One Night with the Bee Gees comes to the Paramount Theater this Friday. Here's my behind-the-scenes interview.
Todd, I'm so excited to be talking to you. This is the ultimate tribute band experience. So which Gibb brother do you play?
Robin Gibb.
Ooh, why that one? Tell me more about that. How did you get chosen for that part?
Well, Anthony Mattina sings the Barry Gibb stuff spot on. So, and I don't play keyboards, so I naturally moved to the middle to Robin.
Right. Right, it worked out well. Okay,
Yeah.
What is it about the music of the Bee Gees that still resonates with fans today?
You know what? It's just that they're such great songwriters. They, you know, there's not a lot of bands that can carry on for 50 years in the people's minds. You know, you listen to people, songs from the 70s that you thought were great back then, and today they're not so great. But the Bee Gees songs, they're so well written. They just resonate for decades and through, you know, across lots of generations. You know, it's pretty amazing.
Islands in the stream, that is what we are. No one in between. How can we be wrong?
This morning in the office, we were listening to all the Bee Gees tunes, and all of us were rocking out, no matter what age you are. It's awesome. Okay, so what kind of research did you have to do and still do to prepare for the role of playing Robin?
It's just a lot of listening, paying attention to how he approaches certain notes, and it's not an easy thing. And it's probably a testament to how great they were and how good you have to be to try to get as close as you can to sounding like the Bee Gees. And I think we do a pretty good job at it. We must, because we've been doing it since 2001.
Okay, here's a hard hitter for you. What's your favorite Bee Gees song to perform?
Oh man, that is a hard one because they're all so great. I don't know. Nights on Broadway is always a great one. I don't know if I have a favorite. I love them all. And some nights, Fanny is my favorite, and it's not, you know, it's a hit, but it's not necessarily one of their biggest hits. But it's a great song. You know, so.
Right, whatever mood you're in.
Yeah,
okay,
and the audience, you know.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. We were kind of touching on this earlier, and of course, you have a large fan base of Bee Gees fans who have always been around. But let's talk a little more about the other generation. Are you attracting new fans, do you think?
Yeah, I think we are actually, and part of it is because it gets handed down through the generations. You know, like I've got grandchildren; they listen to the Bee Gees.
Right.
So I mean, and that brings younger people out. I always ask the audience how many people were actually around in the 70s, and more, there's more people that were not around in the 70s. So you know, again, and that's a testament to how great their songs are.
Right. That's very rad. Okay. We're so excited to have you here in Denver. What do you think about performing at the Paramount?
Love it. One of our favorite places to come. Fantastic venue. The audiences are always dialed right in. And yeah, we always have a great time and always enjoy coming back to Denver.
Okay, Todd, I have to ask, we know there's only one living member of the Bee Gees left, but have they ever reached out to you?
Not Barry. His son-in-law reached out once and was going to come out to a show, and I got them passes, but they sent me an email later on saying they couldn't make it because they couldn't find a babysitter.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Well, hopefully someday they can come and see you, right?
Yeah, that would blow my mind. Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much for joining us today, Todd.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Staying Alive One Night with the Bee Gees is coming to the Paramount this Friday, May 1st at 7:30. For tickets and information, go to ParamountDenver.com. Guess what? It's Mile High Asian Food Week. I go to my favorite restaurant in town, Yuan Wonton, next. It's officially Mile High Asian Food Week, and if you've ever gotten a table at Yuan Wonton, you know the food there makes people feel things. Earlier, I got a taste of what they're cooking up with James Beard Award-nominated chef Penelope Wong and her sous chef, Nak. Enjoy. I am here at Yuan Wonton with two of my favorite people, Chef Penelope Wong and Chef Nak. I am so happy to be here with you guys. I've known you guys for about 5 years, from the days of when we would fight with all of Denver to get food from your food truck to now. So let's talk a little bit about it. How many times do you think you've seen my order come through for these pot stickers?
Honestly, countless. And when we first transitioned into the brick and mortar from the food truck, you know, we'd see your lovely face come in here, and before anyone really got to know who you were known as Two Pot Sticker Kelly.
Yes, because I would order 2 orders. You can't just get one, you gotta have 2 for the table, just for me, right? The lace, let's talk a little bit about that. Like, how do we get this beautiful lace on these pot stickers?
So the whole process starts with, we start with the sear on the bottom of the pot stickers here. And then the lace is essentially a slurry. It's a mixture of cornstarch, flour, and water, just to give it that nice little crispy additional texture to the bite.
Right. Let's taste it, you guys. Okay. Let's see. Nak, show us how it's done.
So
I know there's a special process. I know it, of course.
I was like, Kelly, you're the pro. So we could just dig in and just a little break it up.
Can I go from this side while you're going from that side? Or
and then
that
Chef
like
can go from
the middle?
From
Okay.
the middle. Okay, this is going to be a really big bite.
Ooh, that's going to be a good one. You got the lace in there.
Yeah,
that's
so I might just
go all in.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you hear that crunch? Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Okay, y'all's food is so good that it actually makes people kind of upset when they can't get in. Is that the ultimate compliment? How does that make you guys feel?
Obviously, I mean, it's the last thing you want to do is upset people. It's just, I don't know, all we want to do is just feed people, you know, and it's really just important, it's been important why we started this, just to really get the flavors out. Flavors that are important to us, what we grew up with.
Right, that was going to be my next question. Your Asian influence, how do you bring that into the dishes? Because it's different from different parts of Asia.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about that.
So our signature dish, our chili wontons, this was born out of when we were back at the country club. Nak would occasionally do a family meal for back of the house, and she would do like a Hong Kong style wonton noodle soup, which is something that we both grew up eating.
Okay.
Given the different cultures, you know, Vietnamese and Chinese and Thai, but it's really interesting because it highlights the crossover with ingredients and flavors and you know, everything, and you know, just crossover into similar dishes with Southeast Asian cuisine.
That's what's so beautiful about it. Tell me a little bit about what you put on top. You have your special sauce, so tell me about that as well.
So we took the wonton from the Hong Kong noodle, and then we paired it with a sauce that was foundational to my upbringing in my dad's kitchen.
Right.
And you know, we do our Sichuan chili oil, mixed with that kind of secret sauce, and then we finish it with crispy shallots and micro cilantro and micro celery when we can get our hands on it.
It's so beautiful. Okay, tell me a little bit about your chili crunch. People can also get that and take it home, right?
Yes, absolutely. We do jar specifically the combination of our chili oil with the special sauce for the wontons. We do jar that and have that for sale every day.
And people make kind of crazy things with it?
Yes, I think the craziest combination I've heard, and I've actually I tested it at home, and it was insane. New York style cheese pizza, black olives, and some sauce.
Oh my, I thought my avocado toast with the chili oil was creative.
That's a good idea.
I guess not.
That's a good one,
Okay,
too.
so for someone who may not know about Yuan Wonton, let's talk a little bit about the reservation process. When do you open? How do you get a reservation? How do you go about that? For someone who may not really know that process.
So we do take reservations as well as accommodate walk-in seating.
Okay.
Hours are Tuesday through Friday, 11 to 3, and then we do extended hours on Thursdays and Fridays for 4 to 6 p.m. And then at the end of the month, we do a monthly chief of dinner highlighting Chinese Peruvian cuisine.
Beautiful.
Which is so much fun.
So very popular. I've
Yes.
seen that. I haven't been to one yet, but I need to.
Yes.
Let's talk a little more about James Beard. Y'all have been recognized by the James Beard Foundation multiple times now. What does that feel like? Is it pressure? Is it proud? Like, what are the feelings there?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I try very hard not to let the pressure get to me because it was never the goal.
Right.
You know, the first year that we were named semifinalists, I came in and I said to Knock, I'm like, someone's really going to lose their job over this. 'Cause I thought it was just the biggest mistake. But it's, I mean, obviously it's an incredibly amazing feeling.
Right.
It's very fulfilling for me, especially from the team. It just really highlights, you know, their dedication and hard work that they put in every day.
Of course.
Yeah.
Not only being recognized by James Beard Foundation, but the people of Denver. You just won, again, for the second year in a row, the Munchie Madness Championship. What does it feel like to know everyone in Denver just loves y'all's food so much that they pick you to win every year?
It's such a fun competition, but it's also like so much pressure. I've said to Kip so many times, like, how can we just opt out? Because we've got so many amazing chefs here in Denver now, and
Right.
it's just, the talent is so, I mean, you know, I could have named at least a handful of places that I feel should have won. So I mean, it's obvious, it's humbling, but it's also, it's awesome because I know that there's a lot of industry people who are a part of that and who vote for it. So it, you know, the fact that, you know, we're feeding Denver and you know, we're feeding our industry friends, like we love it.
What about you, Knock? I come in here and I always see your smiling face back there.
Yeah,
You always seem to just be in a great mood here.
Yeah, I love seeing people enjoy our food. The
Right.
smiles, the head nods are always the great, like, fulfilling seeing them
Right.
just enjoy it, and it's fun, and I love it.
You
I
can
love
tell
my
you
job.
love your job.
I
That's
do.
what I was just about
I
to
do.
say.
I mean, I've been with Penny since I was 19, so it's been a while, and we've been on this journey together, and it's been great.
Okay, here's the last question, and it's a hard hitter. What's next for you on Wonton?
What's next, Knock?
Not a second location, I'll tell you that.
Not yet, at
Not yet.
It depends on the day. It depends on the day.
Right?
We have crazy wild ideas of
Yeah.
what could be. But you know, it always comes back to the integrity of the product. You know, we do, everything is handmade, scratch made. You know, all of our dough is from scratch. So we never want to lose sight of that. You know, and when we first opened up, it was always about staying small.
Right.
You know,
Maintaining that integrity.
Absolutely.
Thank you, ladies, so much for having me here today. Cheers. Okay, y'all, listen to this. The day after we filmed this piece, Chef Penelope was announced as a James Beard Award finalist. So we're sending her all the good vibes for a win. Mile High Asian Food Week is happening now through May 3rd. You can make reservations for Yuan Wonton if you can still get them by going to their Instagram or Talk page. Hey, thanks for your company, Colorado. Portions of today's program were sponsored by the businesses listed on your screen. If your stress levels are a little high lately, same. Tomorrow on Colorado and Company, simple yoga moves to help you unwind during National Stress Awareness Month. Colorado businesses love Colorado and Company. Be part of our show and share your ideas, products, and story with viewers across the state. To learn more about being featured on the show, call 303-871-1726. Again, that number is 303-871-1726. Thanks so much for starting your week off with us, Colorado. Remember, you can get the pickle teeny at Leven Deli. We've got the website listed there on your screen, Leven Deli or Leven Supply. Let me taste it one more time. Oh my gosh, their secret pickle brine. You can also watch it on YouTube. And if you missed any part of today's show, you can watch that on YouTube too. You can catch the Coco Encore at Channel 20 at 3 p.m. And guess what? You can also catch us anytime, day or night, on the 9 News Plus app. Have a great week. Y'all be good.